Now on CoastTV News.
Spreading Christmas cheer. Rehoboth Beach getting ready to put up this year's Christmas tree today, and there's a lot of pressure this year. And Harbor Help, what U.S. Army Corps of Engineers saying it's taking to tackle a dredging project that's about to get underway.
Clouds continue to dominate our weather pattern over the next few days. I'll have the latest on a wet start to the weekend, but a sunny finish.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Grace Eckerly and welcome to CoastTV News Midday. Today is Thursday, November 20th, and we talk about this every week, and I say the same thing. Thursdays are the best days of the week. They're filled with optimism for the weekend and you're getting your plans set up. We're now going to take a live look into Rehoboth Beach, and we're joined by First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono, and he's going to give you your future forecast to help you make those weekend plans. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Grace. Yes, we're almost there, almost to that weekend. Unfortunately, we're still dealing with the clouds across the area. We've seen some breaks in those clouds, some sun along the coast at times. We have some kind of a hazy kind of look here in Salisbury, 51 degrees there. We're at 49 in Long Neck, 47 in Milford, and we're at 50 in Seaford. Winds are relatively calm, but we continue to see that north to north easterly wind flow. Now, there's plenty more clouds back off to the west. In fact, we're going to see overcast skies into the evening and into our Friday as high pressure shifts offshore, and all eyes point to this area of low pressure that's going to be streaming moisture into the region as early as tomorrow evening. So despite the cloudy skies we're going to see today and into the evening, we're going to stay relatively dry. We'll see overcast skies tonight will fall in the lower 40s, and then a gloomy Friday, which will lead to that shower chance that will start the weekend off a bit on the damp side. But we are looking at drier conditions by the second half of the weekend. We'll talk more about that and a temperature roller coaster as we head into the holiday week. That's all coming up a little bit later on the newscast. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. And it is Christmas time in the nation's summer capital. Today, Rehoboth Beach, that Christmas tree is making its way to the bandstand. On your screen now is where the tree currently is. That's off Route 1 next to the Theros Village and Delaware Department of Transportation Salt Barn. And now the city has not had the best of luck in years past with their Christmas tree. Here's a scene from last winter when the Rehoboth Beach tree blew over due to strong overnight winds. According to the city, the ring on the anchor snapped at the weld of the 30-foot tall 5,000-pound tree. That tree was then put back up, and if you remember in 2023, that tree snapped in half during installation. The tree was able to be partially salvaged, and 2/3 of it were on display, standing at 25 feet tall instead of the original 40 feet tall. And now this year, who's to say? Maybe the Grinch will steal Christmas, and actually, we're not going to speak that one into existence. Now over to Ocean City, picking up where they left off. Happening today, the Corps of Engineers plan to bring in the dredge Midday. That's a piece of equipment they'll use to clear out 5,000 cubic yards of material near the West Ocean City harbor. In July, Dredge Merritt did an emergency pass around the same area. That was just before the White Marlin Open began. The U.S. Corps of Engineers say that they plan to finish the project by November 25th. And now during that emergency dredge work that happened in July, crews used a different type of dredge to clear the waters. According to officials, instead of dumping the sand off the coast of Assateague, the Army Corps used a dredge that shot the sand 85 feet away from the channel. And a bill to help dodge a projected $400 million shortfall in budgeting over the next few years is official after signature from Delaware Governor Matt Meyer. This legislation would separate Delaware's tax code from upcoming federal changes, and put simply, the bill would let the state phase in some tax benefits for businesses over the course of several years instead of paying them all at once. Democrats say the legislation is needed to protect the state's revenue, while Republicans argue that the overspending is the real issue. The governor says the bill is critical to protecting the state's budget and signed it as soon as it passed the floor. With House Bill 255 now signed into law, Delaware is joining 16 states who have done so already. And new today, Tidal Health is partnering with Clear, and that's the same security that they use in airports, and it's to verify patients' identities right from their phones. Now, patients can now use Clear to quickly confirm who they are while creating a MyChart account or resetting a password. Tidal Health leaders say that it eliminates the wait times that come from calling support. And after a setup with a government ID and a selfie, patients can verify instantly anytime. The Senate has received the House-passed bill to compel the release of the Epstein files Wednesday morning, and Wednesday night, President Trump signed that bill into law. The measure requires Attorney General Pam Bondi to release all unclassified records tied to Epstein within 30 days. Bondi is allowed to withhold or redact information. If released, it would jeopardize any ongoing federal investigation.
We will continue to follow the law with maximum transparency while protecting victims.
The Attorney General noting her office has already made thousands of documents public, and that will continue. Stay with us on CoastTV News Midday, because after the break, Hollywood meets the beach. How the Rehoboth Beach International Film Festival lights up the coast with creativity and connection. That's next on CoastTV News Midday.
Mostly cloudy skies continue to blanket the peninsula as we take a live look in through Dover. 47 degrees there. We'll top out right around 50 degrees through the afternoon. Congratulations to Richard Stern of Lewis, Delaware on winning an umbrella from CoastTV. We'll talk about a temperature roller coaster as we head into the holiday week, coming up with that full 7-day forecast here in minutes.
Lights, camera, action. Art and theater, it continues to grow here on Delmarva, and in this week's Coastal Connections, reporter Emma Aiken shows us how the Rehoboth Beach Film Festival is growing and having a big impact on the community.
Popcorn popping. There's many things that bring people to see a movie, but this long line at the Rehoboth Beach International Film Festival was for more than just concessions. This year, thousands of people came to watch more than 100 films over the 7-day festival.
We have really put this festival on the map with everybody, and we are getting submissions growth on growth on growth. And so I have no doubt that next year we'll probably go double.
That's Lisa Black with the Rehoboth Beach Film Society, who helps make the festival happen. 2025 marked the 27th year of the festival, and Black says the number of films increases every year.
What has stayed the same is our unbelievable dedicated volunteers, our staff, and the audiences that come. They love interacting with the filmmakers and stuff like that. So that is a constant steady.
And it's called the International Film Festival for a reason, with Oscar submissions from across the globe.
We have 7: Estonia, Germany, Iceland, Uruguay, Finland, and Taiwan.
But equally celebrated are the filmmakers from the Delmarva region, like Nick Wilkinson, who's the writer, director, and producer of Death on the Brandywine.
The reaction's been fantastic. We sold out the first 2 screenings pretty much as soon as tickets went on sale.
Wilkinson says they're determined to have a stronger film presence in the first state.
We really wanted to make the film as a message. Come make films in Delaware. There's a strong potential and some great locations.
Wally Marzano-Lesnevich starred as an actor in Death on the Brandywine and says the emerging film scene is important.
They really wanted to make a film here that showcased some of the majesty, the gorgeousness, and to show that you can make movies in Delaware. You can make movies everywhere.
Audience members even had the chance to participate in Q&As with filmmakers after their showings.
It's no easy task. It's a circus, but we do it because this is humanity, right? If you didn't have this kind of interaction, and it just brings people closer together, and we really need a lot of that.
As the final credits roll, one thing is clear. The magic of the movies isn't confined to Hollywood. It's alive and thriving right here on the Delaware coast. For Coastal Connections, I'm Emma Aiken.
Well, it sounds like a broken record with the cloudy skies across the area. That's what we're seeing once again today on the peninsula as we take a live look in through Cambridge. Overcast conditions there, 47. Now, the good news is even though we have the clouds, we're going to stay on the dry side. We're at 49 in Georgetown, 51 in Willards, 48 Indian River Inlet to 48 in Lewis. Other good news is winds are relatively calm out of the northeast. Wind flow, we have high pressure just off to our west, and you can see there's plenty more clouds back off to the west that are streaming in a west to east fashion. We had some breaks in those clouds along the coast with the sun peeking through at times, but you could see back off to the west, there's plenty more clouds ahead of an area of low pressure. We could see some rain extending from southern Indiana down through Memphis, some heavier thunderstorms there. We have some showers that we're going to be contending with as we go into tomorrow night. Well, the latest drought monitor is out, and you can see the moderate drought extending from western portions of Sussex County down through portions of Wacomico and Dorchester County, so we need the rain. You can see we're doing okay here along the coast, but as far as Georgetown is concerned, we're running for the month a bit of over an inch shy of where we should be for this time of year. And as a whole for the year, we're still running about an inch above where we should be, but we need the rain. Now, the rain we're going to get tomorrow night is going to be very small amounts, and then we're going to see drier conditions through early next week before another chance of rain comes in the middle part of next week. So cloudy skies through the day today will fall from the lower 50s into the 40s through the night, and we'll dip into the lower 40s by early tomorrow morning with cloudy skies. Some low-level mist is possible as well, but for the most part, we stay dry into Friday. Most of the day is dry, overcast. We're a bit milder tomorrow with a southerly wind flow. We'll be around the lower 60s, I think, for a good bit of the area, upper 50s. And then there's the showers rolling in after about 8, 9 o'clock. Those showers will overspread the region through the wee hours of Saturday. So we wake up Saturday morning, we're a bit damp, but improving conditions by the afternoon. Now, as far as rainfall totals go from Friday night into Saturday morning, generally on the light side, 1/4 of an inch, generally less than a 1/2 an inch of rain is expected. Now, over the next 3 days, we shed the clouds towards the second half of the weekend, and we're looking at a pretty nice Sunday, a little cooler, lower to mid 50s, but as we go into early next week, we're looking at sunny, dry conditions into Monday before clouds increase Tuesday ahead of a next cold front that's going to be impacting the region. Looks like late Tuesday in through Wednesday. Then as we go into your Thanksgiving, looking partly sunny and dry, but that's a transition day because colder air is going to be filtering in by Black Friday, and maybe only one model hitting at it, but could see some rain and snow as we get into the next weekend. But that's far out. I can guarantee, though, we will see the cold air. Can't guarantee the rain and snow, but it's certainly the colder air will be making its way into the region from November 27th through December 3rd. So we shed the clouds finally by Sunday, mostly sunny skies, and through Sunday, Monday, we cloud back up Tuesday ahead of that cold front that will bring a round of rain Wednesday with a high of 66. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. And coming up tonight on DSN at 9 p.m., Decatur hosts Smyrna in boys basketball. Then catch that final score at 11 p.m. And here's what you can look forward to this afternoon at Coast Life at 4 p.m.
Well, we're getting closer and closer to Thanksgiving and kicking off the holiday season, and we hope you join us today at 4 on Coast Life because we're talking about many ways that you can give back for the holiday season, especially when it comes to Thanksgiving and feeding those in our community. We're also going to be talking about giving the gift of clean. Well, what could be better than waking up to a clean house Christmas morning? All of that and so much more is happening today at 4 on Coast Life. We will see you then.
It's that time of year again for the Bless Our Children campaign, and every year CoastTV works to make the holidays a little brighter for kids across Delmarva, and the money that you give goes to local charities who buy Christmas presents, and here's how to support.
For many in our community, the holiday season can bring about stress, as they strive to create unforgettable moments for their cherished little one.
And that's where the Bless Our Children campaign can help, but we need your support to make it happen. All the money you donate goes to local nonprofit organizations which give gifts to children this holiday season.
And you know what, Mike? Every penny, every single one you give helps families right here in Delmarva because WBOC covers all administrative costs. Send a donation and a holiday card, and we may read your well wishes on the air.
Businesses can also help Bless Our Children by accepting the Shell Brothers Bless Our Children Challenge by donating at least $1,000. As our thank you, we'll list your name on the Shell Brothers Honor Roll in order of amounts given in increments of $1,000.
You can donate by sending a check or money order to the address on your screen, or you can use your credit card online at blessourchildren.org.
Together, we can make the holidays this year a special one.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
Delaware State Police are investigating a shooting that happened overnight at one Greenwood family's home. Police say they were called Wednesday morning to a home at the area on your screen now. They say an unknown shooter fired a number of shots from a car hitting that home, and police say 2 adults and 2 children were home at the time. Luckily, no injuries were reported. The Ocean City Police Department offering a reward for information that leads to an arrest in a 2024 bank robbery. Police say they're looking for this man, described as a white male in his 50s or 60s, and they say he's about 5'11". He's accused of robbing Truist Bank in Midtown OC last October. Police say he was last seen driving north on Coastal Highway. The reward is $5,000.
This month is just flying by. 7 days away from Thanksgiving, 35, Christmas, 41 days left in 2025. We're just moving along here, and get your latest forecast by calling our First Alert weather phone. Your 10-day forecast is up next. Well, the cloudy skies continue. We'll hover in the lower to mid-50s across the peninsula, then fall into the 40s through the evening under overcast skies. Cloudiness continues into Friday, only we'll throw in some showers late Friday through Saturday. Sunny skies into your Sunday, and we'll warm things up into the 60s ahead of Thanksgiving. 66 Wednesday with rain arriving as a cold front pushes through. Now Thursday, Thanksgiving looking relatively dry. We'll fall into the 50s, and then look at that colder air that works in here for all the shopping and that final weekend of November. We're looking at potentially some rain and snow there by Saturday.
Oh, that's very good to know. Well, thank you for that, Chris, and thank you for joining us here on Coast TV News Midday. If you like more local news or weather, you can download our Coast TV News app, and don't forget to join us right back here for Coast TV News at 5. That's later this afternoon. And until then, you can have a great day.